in my city, we some gator rappers.
Okay, folks, let's jump into our first topic of the day. Let's cover it, man. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever has come out. We covered the trailers. We talked about the recasting not happening. What the current status of the movie is. It's finally here. Rando, you saw the movie, right?
Yes.
BC, you haven't seen it yet?
Nope.
Sorry for that, man. Because we about to fucking spoil the shit out of it for you. You don't mind spoilers, though, right?
No, I don't.
All right, cool. Ease, you saw it, right?
Watch it.
I saw it as well.
Because word of mouth is always just translate to what you see.
Yeah. You still can go see it and enjoy it for yourself.
Nigga, don't be taking my bars and recycling.
Boy, he say, I'm gonna remix your shit. Remix your shit for you,
What
dog.
did you say that?
Oh, you ain't hear it now. Okay.
Well, let's
I
cover
said you
it,
didn't
man.
say it. I just said when. I don't remember.
Well, let's cover it. Black Panther movie, man. Ease, Brando, who wants to start? First, what y'all think of the movie overall? Like, y'all like it?
Overall, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Entertained.
I was entertained.
Yeah.
I was, the movie is emotional.
Very.
The movie's emotional.
Very.
It kept my attention the entire time. I like how they kind of addressed some things that were our gripes and made it why it could be what it is. I get into that later.
Yeah. Randy, what'd you think about the movie? Piggybacking off E's sentiment, did you get were you as emotional with the movie? Like, was that what you experienced from the movie, or was you took away something different from it?
So I went into it expecting to hate it, because I was pretty adamant on I wanted to recast. I didn't want to see Shuri as Black Panther. I didn't want any of that.
Yeah.
And I didn't hate it.
Me neither. I didn't hate it.
I'm not gonna say I loved it.
Same.
But I didn't hate it.
Yep.
I thought it was for what it was. I thought it was pretty good.
Yep. It did what it was supposed to. It moved the Marvel. It moved this story along, and it created new characters for the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
I do have. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Randy.
The emotional aspect. The opening scene. The
moment of
credits
silence and all of that.
Yep. The little opening
the after
credits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It was emotional.
It got me, man.
Yeah,
It got me.
And the way they wrote it to tie it like it was done purposely.
Yeah.
You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Absolutely.
Like they made it seem the way. And shout out to Ryan Coogler. I still hate how they did you in that vein. He wrote it where it seemed purposeful and like they didn't have to rush and scramble like they actually had to scramble to put the story together. You know what I'm saying? He took his time. He didn't panic, and I feel like he wrote it well enough for it all to transition the Marvel universe in the direction that it needs to go.
You had something, BC?
No, I just had a question. I know you guys seen it, but from what I saw from people saying that the movie was like too long.
It was long.
Pretty long.
It was long.
Pretty long.
Almost
Like
3
they
of
could
them
have shaved.
things.
Yeah.
They could have shaved about 20-30 minutes off.
I think easily. Yeah.
Yeah. With
I think I'm
me,
the pee, man. Shit.
How many times you went to pee during the movie?
No, be holding. Like, I can't get up, man. I'm here.
like Randy said, I didn't go in there expecting, wanting to hate it, but I went into it with knowing that I was gonna be disappointed in certain points in the movie when certain things happened. When Namor showed up, and Kukulkan, when he showed up, and T'Challa wasn't there to confront him, I knew I was gonna be not even like that. I was gonna be disappointed. Digging into the aspect, like you said, but I didn't hate it. It wasn't. I hear a lot of people saying great in regards to this movie, and that's fine to have that opinion. In my opinion, it's not a great movie.
Well, when something
It's a
puts
good
you
movie.
on that kind of emotional roller coaster,
And I have a problem with that part.
I think that's where a lot of people will say this movie really made me feel something.
And
that is great. When shit makes you feel something, you can say, "Hey, that was great."
I have a problem with that because I feel like people feel like this movie was great because not because the movie is great, but because it dug into, it attacked your emotions with the death of a real person. It attacked your emotions. And I have a problem with that because it feels like they used that death of this real person to say, this is why this movie is great because
it really happened,
right? And
they kind of had to, right? If they weren't going to recast, then they had to,
right? But it just feels exploitive to me. Not saying that they did. I'm not saying that it just felt that way to me, and that's why I guess it didn't call me a sociopath. It didn't affect me that way. Because I was upset that they were, because I felt like I was being attacked. Like, you need to like this movie because we're respecting the fact that Chadwick died. So now you have to feel these emotions. And it's like, nigga, I've been feeling these emotions for 2 years. I want to see a good movie. I don't want you to try and use this man's death to exploit my feelings to make me be like, this is so good. It was so good. And that part of the movie, I didn't get it.
You need to show a little empathy because we've dealt with it, from the outside looking in. Mm-hmm. This is their chance to finally show us them dealing with it and still having to translate it on film.
And I think that's my problem. I'm looking at it as a comic book fan because this whole series of movies, I was reading these comic books before you ever decided you was going to make a Marvel Cinematic Universe. So I'm still looking at these movies from the aspect of a comic book fan. Yeah, so I'm looking at it from that aspect of just reading the comics and wanting to see that fleshed out on screen. And I just feel like they tried to exploit my feelings to make me care about this movie a little bit more because of the fact that they knew there's fans out here that wanted a recasting. And there's fans out here that kind of felt like they didn't need to recast it. But as a comic fan, I felt like I deserved a recasting. I don't think I deserved for this character to not be around anymore. Mm-hmm. That's just my initial thoughts.
T'Challa, I have the character of T'Challa.
The character of T'Challa. Mm-hmm. That's just my initial thoughts. Just to start with the movie. So let's talk about the movie though, because it's not a bad movie. Like I said, I don't hate it. I hear people saying great. I don't have a problem with other people saying great. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's great.
You think you're a great villain?
Oh, no, the movie. Oh. I don't think it's great, but I think that it's a good movie. Like, what about the villain? What was you saying?
I just think to introduce him the way that they did, and for him to be as effective as he was. Like he starts off. I sound like Kendrick Perkins. He starts off seeming like a sensible, reasonable man. Yeah. But he's hell-bent on, we have to kill the person that came up with this invention. Yeah. And then you find out it's Riri Williams, and you're like, damn, he just wanted to kill the little black girl. For, you know what I'm saying, just doing some old, they called it homework for hire. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it has to be another way around not wanting to kill her.
And that's another thing. Is that because, do they make us feel that way because it's a young, talented black girl? Or just because it's a young girl with a lot of talent that did some shit that she didn't just know?
No, his whole thing was, I don't care. I don't think he cared her race at all.
But I'm saying they put that on us so that we can look at him as a villain, because now he wants to kill this young, black, talented girl, saying we all as black people like, no, you know what I'm saying? Like, because if there was a little white girl, we'd be like, I get it. They do be fucking up. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think they intended to make that aspect of it.
I think you're giving them credit. I think you're giving them credit.
But I do think a certain part of the characters in the movie wanted to protect her because of that.
Yeah, of course.
But I don't think he wanted to kill her. Like,
no, not no more. Not no more. No, not no more. But they knew that we would definitely 1,000 black people, 1,000% would be on the side of, we don't want to see Riri get killed. First, she's a smart little black girl.
She was funny too.
Yeah,
she was a firecracker.
I did not like her hair at all.
You didn't?
I did not like them braids.
How'd you feel about her character, Randy?
I didn't mind it.
I think she fit in well. You know, it didn't seem forced, and they introduced her in a way where she still had impact and you knew what she was about right away without getting to some long drawn out.
Yeah.
If you think about it, if they really wanted to dig into how she got that smart and got
Right.
to building that machine, that could have added another 20 minutes to the movie.
They
you know
did
what
the
I'm saying?
Spider-Man. They just been like, this is who she is, and bang bang. You know, yeah,
Without drawing it out.
right.
Yeah, so I feel like they introduced all the new characters well. Because even the other character that was in say the name of the army properly.
Dora Milaje.
And the Dora Milaje. They introduced her without giving us this long drawn out backstory.
Right.
And she just fit. You know what I'm saying? It's like that she showed up. And
Talking about the girl from Chewing Gum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which she did her thing.
I love her.
She did her thing. I got hella respect for her. She's
Yeah.
a great writer, great actress.
Yep.
Yeah, so I forgot what I was saying, but
How they introduced her without forcing it on.
yeah, they
basically.
didn't draw it out and all of that. And like I said, Neymar just, you want to see him and T'Challa fight.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
You want, because if you read read the comic books, they are
That's his arch fucking nemesis.
They
yeah.
are. But I think what I was saying in the intro, though they had Shuri spending all this time with him and getting to know his culture and his backstory and them kind of getting the feel for each other. Mm-hmm. They tried to somewhat say or justify why he can still be the Black Panther's nemesis, even though it's not T'Challa.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think they did good on that part. You know, even though we type like, damn, ain't no, and you know, you could dig into all of this multiverse stuff, and another T'Challa could have popped up through the multiverse, or however y'all fucking Michael B. Jordan could have came back. That's the part that I think irritated me the most in the movie.
Yeah.
The finality of seeing him like gone.
Yes,
Like,
he's dead.
He's in the
Because you have been
ancestral
holding
plane.
on to the fact
Yeah.
that he could. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the part where I was hurt. Like, damn.
Yeah.
It just really ain't about to be no fucking dude Black Panther. Like, it's just
No.
not about to be. When he was in that ancestral plane, you just like, shit. That character's
That's
gone.
it. Yeah.
That character,
He
and
is
that
dead.
sucks because he was such a great fucking character.
He's a great villain.
He would help the Marvel universe propel in the future, and they just kind of wrote him off.
Yeah.
That to me, I think that sucked more than anything to me.
Yeah. Any other like well, I guess like scenes that stuck out to you or anything like that, like anything as far or anywhere we want to go. Let's go.
Characters, anything.
Let's go all around. Let's just do everything. Let's talk about it all.
I can just talk about two quick things that I didn't like. I didn't like the old fake ass Iron Man suit.
That Riri had on.
Ironheart.
I
Yeah.
didn't like that shit.
Yeah.
But that was true to
That's
the
her.
books, though.
Yeah, that's who
That was-
she's
that
gonna
was true
be.
to the book.
That's who she's gonna be.
And it
but-
was kind of a rush made type of deal.
yeah.
It wasn't like her best work, because I thought she would have had like some nanotech.
Like
or
even
something,
Iron
you know what
Man
I'm
first
saying?
suit wasn't that, but I guess it's
But she was
his
using that
technology
Wakanda tech and
is
shit.
and his technology is out there. There was no Iron Man before he was in the cave.
Right.
So I get it. I get that. What else? You said you had two things?
It's fucked up to say. I think it's T'Challa died of COVID, man.
Oh shit. Man.
They made T'Challa
They,
die of COVID.
you know what?
Did
Pretty-
they say that for real?
No,
they
but
didn't
pretty
say that.
fucking much.
I was about
What?
to say, damn.
Pretty fucking much.
I'm like, man, like, oh, just an undisclosed illness.
Yep.
This nigga died of COVID, man.
Yep.
This is bullshit.
Yep. They kind of use that portion, man, like undisclosed. And I have an issue with that. It's
The
like,
way your brain works, that never crossed my mind,
That was the first thing that crossed my mind. Like,
I would have thought
got
that too.
COVID.
yeah, COVID or something?
It's an undisclosed disease.
Hell no.
Yeah. I just have a whole issue with the handling of this character and how they push this emotional guilt onto the audience. Some people don't see it that way. I do. I see it like as they pushed a lot of emotional guilt.
Niggas a Krabby Patty.
And they started with the emotional guilt, like we just opened the movie and he is about to go. Like it's
Hey, that casket was hard.
it was hard. That's a dope ass casket.
And I might get one. I don't know when I'm gonna die, but I might get one.
The dog.
Just saying, that bitch was hard, man.
Yeah, they pushed that on us, and then The only thing that I kept thinking during this is, like, as they tried to draw on my emotions, is how much I just wasn't having that aspect of it. It's kind of like, I don't accept that, especially with the recent news that they just recasted General Thunderbolt Ross with Harrison Ford, and it's kind of like, God damn,
But
this
is he
dude's
as important as T'Challa?
that's my entire point. This dude's a fucking minor character. He really has no fucking story arc in this story. He is easily written off. You could easily get rid of the character of General Thunderbolt Ross and never mention this motherfucker again.
And not too many people will question it.
But because you feel like you need, because they have a Thunderbolts movie announced, you feel like you need this character to be around. Funny. There's another Black Panther movie coming out. You don't feel like you need the main character anymore. Oh, no, we couldn't do that to black people. You guys are too sensitive. We respect you guys way too much to ever cast T'Challa again. We would never do that to you guys. We love you so much.
Using respect, that's the reason it's funny to me.
We love you guys so much that we would never, ever even think about giving anyone else the role of T'Challa. And then you give us this little nigga at the end of the movie named T'Challa. Yeah. I am not with it, bro, because you recasted this motherfucker Ross. He is a nobody right now.
How many times Hulk been recast?
Like, man.
2-3 times.
2 times in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They recast Rhodey in the middle of the Iron Man run. Yeah. I mean, no matter how significant you want to consider the character or how much big of an impact the character has, the fact is you still recasted him and you moved on with the character and the story arc. You could have just told us, fuck it, General Ross, he out. We still gonna go with the Thunderbolts. It's just gonna be a different thing. We don't even call him General Thunderbolt Ross in this universe yet. They haven't even discovered that name yet. He's not even Red Hulk yet. But you still felt the need to recast him because you needed that character for the movie. We needed T'Challa for this movie to face Namor, and we couldn't get him because I don't know what they think about black people. Like, we not mentally strong enough to be able to accept the fact that y'all want to recast this character, when a lot of comic book fans would really just accept that. Like, you know what? Yeah, I can accept that. Shit, it's 6 Batman.
Bro.
It's 4 Spider-Man. It's mad niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, but no. Then wait. Let me just get this shit out so I can, because this is my thing with the movie. You want to treat us like we can't accept it, or we wouldn't be able to accept us y'all recasting it because y'all respect Chadwick so much when it was his wishes that the character lives on. He wanted, because he knew what this character meant. He knew it. Mm-hmm. He wanted this character to live on, but y'all said we have an opportunity. Not only can we say we respecting y'all by not recasting this character, but we can also say black women empowerment, which is really good. That's good. And that's all fine. But at the expense of me looking at this as a comic book fan, at the expense of a character that I want to be a part of this universe, I'm not with it. That's it. I'm not with it. I'm not with it.
In the movie, like we talked about that. Like,
yeah,
I was down for the recast too. So
yep,
I'm not mad, but it's happened, and I just you can't hold on like that. It's happened.
It's over now. Yeah, this is my platform, and this is here forever now. Right. That I've said this, so it's ingrained in it. Mm-hmm. Just like T'Challa being dead is here forever.
And I had an issue with. They got Shuri going through all the issues with her brother. She kind of losing herself, burying herself in her work, right? Mm-hmm. She come across Namor, spend all this time with him. Mm-hmm. She said, we want to kill Homegirl. Namor said, we want to kill Homegirl. I'm going to give y'all a certain amount of time to let me just go and kill her, and we cool. And one day I'm going to go and I'm going to take on everybody else on the surface, and I'm going to need y'all to be y'all ally because we can take over the whole fucking planet. Y'all don't comply, this motherfucker come and kill your mama. In front of you. You get the drop on this fool. Mm-hmm. They cut to your mama saying, show him who you are. Mm-hmm. She sound mad when she's saying that. And you let this nigga live.
T'Challa would never.
You let this nigga live.
Listen, man. In the comic books, Namor came to Wakanda in Avengers vs. X-Men and flooded the entire nation of Wakanda. This nigga T'Challa did not want to be in the same room with this motherfucker for like 4 years in the comic book. It took the end of the world for them to actually be in a room together where this nigga didn't pull his claws out like, I'm going to fucking kill you. It took literally in the comic books, which is we're going to see later on Secret Wars, later on this arc, it took the end of the world to where T'Challa had to say, you know what? My beef with you is smaller than the world fucking ending. But if the world wasn't ending, I swear I'd kill you right here where you fucking stand.
Right.
That's the part that I wanted. That's the shit that I wanted because this story is different if T'Challa is alive. Name Namor, they're going to write this guy differently. They had to write him this way because they made Shuri Black Panther. There's no way T'Challa is going down under the ocean to fucking fondle around in the water with this nigga and play water polo and all this other dumb shit that they doing down there underwater. There's no way T'Challa does that. Then you kill my mama. Oh, I'm fucked. You saw what happened when they killed his father.
Yeah.
You killed my mother now. I'm fucking you up. Oh, you're gonna die. Killmonger said what? Cuz said do what? Show him what? Oh, I'm gonna show you, bitch. Yeah. And she ripped one of his fucking wings off. I ain't like that.
Why?
I just didn't like it. You know, whip this nigga wing off
She
his foot.
handicapped him. You can't just take off no more. You imbalanced now.
Yeah.
was a
Overall,
dope
I
character.
liked him though. He's dope.
His movement,
He's Mexican,
his
and I
speed, his
had an
strength.
issue with that a little bit, but I understand they had to ground it. They had to ground him into the real world. I get it. And they didn't want to use Atlantis because DC is currently using Atlantis. So I get it. I can accept that portion. I can accept that. You want to because the Marvel universe, no matter how we look at it, is still grounded in some kind of realism from the beginning. Since Iron Man, we've always been grounded in some realism. Yeah. Hulk, all that shit. It's always been grounded. So I get they took some real world shit, gave it to Namor, and that way you have some culture there. You don't have to say, oh, these are the Atlanteans. When the fuck have you ever told us about Atlanteans? But you say they Mayans and Incans. We know that. We know about that stuff. We know about the pyramids down there. We know about the Yucatan Peninsula and all that. That's all right. You don't have to tell me much.
Right.
Yeah, so that's acceptable.
What
I
other
get that.
takeaways you got, Randy?
It was, I mean, honestly, like I said, it was cool to me. I'm not, besides the opening where, that got me a little mostly invested, but I mean, the rest of it, I'm not really that emotionally invested into this movie. Again, I didn't hate it.
Right.
Didn't love it. It was there. I got it. And I can move on.
You didn't feel when the Queen stripped homegirl of her rank? Like, Okoye, you didn't feel it when she stripped Okoye of her rank? When she was like, because she kept her receipts. Yeah. And she was like, when Killmonger took over, you was right there with him. I was like, damn, I forgot about
She
that.
was.
Yeah.
But they live by a code.
Right?
Yeah,
right? But she feel like you've been watching.
Man, gotta have a code.
We've been watching this throne so long, or we've been on this throne, and you've been watching this throne for so long. And you know the way he was doing shit, you still kind of should have sided with us like everybody else did, or like the people who did. You know what I'm saying? Because you are the one closest to us out of this entire army. And then my man's like, well, she pulled the blade on her husband for the throne.
This is also
and
true.
She did. But the Queen was like, psh,
nah,
my
son.
daughter gone now?
Yeah,
and
everybody.
You made me trust you? Like, you talked me into it? Like, get your ass out of here. I was like, damn, man.
But in all actuality,
She said,
it was Shuri that did it.
True, because Shuri wanted to go.
Yeah.
And they didn't know that that was communicated. Right. Oh, curious.
But Angela Bassett going Angela Bassett. And she killed it.
Supreme
and she
actress,
killed it.
Man.
Yeah, she killed that part.
that little fro they had her with.
I hated that shit, bro.
bad, man.
I was like, man, put that headgear back on, girl. God
Hey,
damn.
her casket was hard too.
Yeah. I just didn't like the. I know braids is black culture, and I get it. I love my niggas. I love my people with the braids. I didn't like none of the braids in this movie. I didn't like when Shuri got the Black Panther braids. I didn't like Riri's braids. I liked
the Riri hair. I didn't think it looked bad. It looked like a young girl.
It's fine, but see, I'm also drawing from the comics, and Riri got that nice, natural black afro hair in the comics, and that's kind of what I wanted to see. It's like y'all doing black people shit for the sake of doing black people shit when you can just stick to the source material. We gonna be all right.
Right.
We gonna be all right.
I think they
Trust
just
me.
made her like a young girl.
Trust me.
Who used her hands.
Yeah.
And build shit.
A smart
Don't let her
city
hair
girl.
in her
Smart
way,
city
you know what
girl.
I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, she was a good character. I did not have an issue with her as a character. Like you said, she was funny. You know what I'm saying? She was the comic relief. Yeah. She delivered.
Her and my man's.
The white guy?
No.
Ooh. Oh, M'Baku?
M'Baku.
Yeah.
Why they names keep
He say, you are a bald-head demon. Boy.
He cut right into her, dog.
Man, they got to it. As soon as he walked in that bitch. I don't know what that fucking stick he was chewing on or whatever.
He been holding that one, dog.
He said, I'm going to hit her with that shit.
I would like to see
He said, let her say something when we get in here.
Yeah,
You know,
he
remember
been
that?
holding on to that.
Yeah, bald head motherfucker. Wait, just watch what I do.
I would like his character to be more powerful in the fight more, though.
And
like,
me
personally,
I guess I gotta go here. I guess I gotta go here. There was no black men in this movie. The only black men were those couple of niggas we saw.
Don't call them a couple of niggas, man.
Yep.
Dang, dog.
All right, my bad. The couple of dudes.
Because if we watch a white show that say that, you will lose your shit.
But I'm black. I can say that though.
It just sounds.
It's a lot of shit that I can say about this movie that white people just can't say.
That's true. That's a fact.
But I got you. The black dudes that was standing next to M'Baku when they was about to beef out, and M'Baku's crew, those are the only dudes, and they all got punked out. Like M'Baku got punked out. I get it, it's Namor. But still,
that's really the only person that put him in his place. Like everybody else, he was handling.
Yeah, he was fighting good. He was fighting good, but damn, like
no strong black male lead.
I'm not gonna go there. It's just I didn't see a lot of black dude representation coming from a moment where you've replaced our guy. I understand you moving in a different direction,
and
but
just
damn, at the expense of the black dudes, come on.
Is the strong black lead character a thing in the Marvel Universe now?
It was until they fucking decided
I think
not
it's
to
only
recast him.
one left, right?
Fucking Sam Wilson with his hand-me-down shield. That's
it's only
it.
one, right?
Yeah.
As far as like lead character.
Yeah. And the only reason he's Captain America is because Captain America decided to go get some pussy. That's it. Like if Captain America didn't decide to go get some ass, he would still be Captain America. Am I right or am I wrong? Sam would just still be Falcon and Cap would be Cap. And he'd be like, I'm back.
Be my sidekick.
I delivered all that shit. I'm back. Give me my shield, dog.
Yeah.
I'll let you hold that bitch. Can I get my shit back? You know, it's we had the guy. We had our guy. Our guy broke box office records.
Yeah.
He shut shit down. He changed the culture for Marvel movies as far as black characters goes. And now we don't have our guy anymore.
For the record, I just think Damson would have really set the box office off. I think people would have been.
Man, there's multiple guys. But I mean, I guess we have to move forward, and we have to just accept it. I don't like the fact that they tried to appease us with the little T'Challa at the end. It's nice that him and the kid have a son. All right, cool, bet, whatever. But I didn't need that. You ain't got to give me. You ain't got to say, "Oh, look, we're gonna give you this." He lives on.
You know who else would have been a good Black Panther?
You don't have to fucking do that for me. I'm not that sensitive, dog. It's a comic book movie.
You remember was it One Night in Miami with Muhammad Ali and all of them?
Which one?
The guy who played Jim Brown.
Oh, Voodoo? My nigga Voodoo Tatum?
He would have been a good.
Yeah.
He would have been a good Black Panther.
He deserves a. He's Hawkman in Black Adam, though.
Is he?
Yeah.
So Go get that. Get all that money.
He's a completely different
Well, he
universe.
probably had to go be Hawkman because they didn't recast Black Panther.
Right.
I'm sure he would have went to the Black Panther audition first.
1,000% would be Black
Oh, that's
Panther
about
over
the dude who played
Hawkman.
Hawkman. I didn't know his real name. But yeah.
Yeah, he would have. He
was good at Hawkman. He was good as Hawkman.
He was great in Hawkman.
I haven't watched Black Adam yet.
Yeah, he was great.
He was great in
I
Black
gotta
Adam.
catch it.
Shit was good.
I
But
did see that though. Yeah.
final thoughts on the movie, man. I'll give mine. I'll let y'all go. Good movie. Good movie. It moved the Marvel universe on. Not in the direction I wanted, but in a good direction. This movie did not falter the Marvel universe in any way. It gives us one of the most prominent villains in the history of Marvel movies in Namor. We still have a Black Panther in sense. And you get little tidbits to where it's leading as far as like with what's his name? The white guy, the FBI agent or the
Colonizer.
Yeah, the colonizer. Yeah, him. Yeah. That's
Shuri's
what they
favorite
call him.
colonizer.
It's for her favorite colonizer. We get some extension in with him and Julia Dreyfus. I forgot what her character's name
She
is.
tried to lock him up.
Yeah.
He was
Where
on
they're
his way
going
to
with
the
Thunderbolts.
Bing,
That's
boy.
going to lead into some Thunderbolt shit. So it pushes the cinematic universe further, and that's really the main thing that I'm concerned about. Not a great movie to me, but a good movie. I give it a 6.
I clearly I liked it more than you.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I liked how they covered their tracks as best they could given the situation. So maybe I'm cutting them more slack than I probably should.
And that's fine.
But I feel like they did a good job. Like I said, the finality of Michael B being in that ancestral plane bothered me because I do feel like we need that strong lead black male character. And of all the hopes of the recasting, he's the one that could have stepped in the most solid, and everybody would have been like, hell yeah, it's him. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what. And the whole thing
Or
with
his
them,
character just being...
Yeah. And the whole thing with the villains of the movie, Kukulkan, and they people living under the water and the whole rebirth in the water and all of that. You had a door open for this man to come back and to hold it down in some way, shape, or form, even as a temporary Black Panther until shit is sorted out. You know what I'm saying?
One question. At the end of the movie, M'Baku is the king now?
He's challenging for it, yeah.
Yeah, because
they cut away from that.
Yeah, they didn't show it, but he challenged
and
for
it made me think. Remember when T'Challa's father was alive?
Mm-hmm.
He was the king, but he wasn't Black Panther.
Right.
T'Challa was.
Right.
So I'm thinking, are they gonna do that here where Shuri isn't the queen, but M'Baku is the king of Wakanda, but she's the Black Panther?
I think that's what they're leaning towards.
Okay.
So that she can focus
That's pretty
on
dope.
doing that.
Yeah.
And let him.
Because she don't want to lead.
Yeah, she don't.
She's not. She doesn't have that mental. Yeah, she don't have that mental capacity yet. And I think one day,
which will probably be leading to the crossroads of the third or fourth movie. If
there you go.
That far,
And I meant to bring that up earlier. I'm sad I brought it up late in the video. I might have to cut it and put it earlier in the video. Yeah, because I wanted to talk about that. But yeah, that shit kind of cut me. I was like, oh shit, all right. And then they like you said, they cut from it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh.
And he told that she wasn't going to be there. Like,
yeah.
She not showing up. So if nobody steps up to challenge him,
he's the king.
And,
yeah.
And I think then that was by her
design.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't.
I don't want that. I don't want that part of this. Yeah.
You want him to take it and she go get it back? Is that what you're saying?
No. I was saying that's probably how she was thinking. Like, I don't want to be. Okay. I don't want to be queen. I'll be Black Panther, right, but I don't want to be queen. So she let him go ahead and run with it. That's. A lot of people didn't catch because I haven't heard people really say much about that. Like, I've heard nobody really mention that, and I wanted to bring that to y'all. So
her going through the whole Black Panther ordeal and seeing how tight she was that she couldn't come up with a cure for her brother, and then him giving her something that helps her, and in a way she feel like, yeah, you fucked up, but really you had the cure I needed.
Yeah.
All this time. You know what I'm saying? And then she talked when she talking to the guy and she asked for the brother heart rate and all of that. Like they tied everything in so well. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like they tied everything. They tried to cover as many. Because with your main character dying, it's like it blows the whole ass out of the movie.
It's a lot of questions.
Yeah. And then they tried to tie up as many loose ends as they possibly could.
Yeah. I give all credit to Ryan Coogler. He did what the fuck he could.
I'm going to give him.
And did it well, too.
I think I'm giving him the respect he
deserves.
deserves.
He deserves all of it. All of it. Your main character in real life passed. And Marvel is still looking at you like, I still need you I still need you to do this movie, bro. Yeah. And that's my main takeaway on that side is Ryan Coogler is the fucking man, because not only did he make the movie, but he made a movie that's very fucking successful and accepted. And it's gonna go on now. And I'm calling it, Ryan Coogler is probably gonna direct Secret Wars and the Kang Dynasty, like they let the Russo brothers do. I think that Ryan Coogler is this Marvel phase's Russo brothers. I think they looking at him and they say, I see what you did here and how invested you were in making these characters and making this. Circumstances. There you go. He's tapped in for one of these movies because one, Jonathan Majors is the main character, and Jonathan Majors is his guy. Mm-hmm. Yep. Jonathan Majors is the new bad guy in Creed 3. This guy, Jonathan Majors, is next. Yeah. Him, Denzel's son, Michael B. Jordan, Damson, those guys are next. Mm-hmm. I think that they're going to look at what Ryan Coogler did, and Jonathan Majors is probably going to be telling them, that's your guy right here. This is your guy. Don't be surprised if he directs either Kang Dynasty, Secret Wars, or both. Watch out for it. I'm just saying.
And he really used to read them comic books, so
yeah, man.
He's not just reading now for like
I hope Ryan
to
gets
do his movies.
I'm praying that Ryan gets one or both of those movies.
Hopefully so, because for me, they need something to save this phase of Marvel.
Because it's been going kind of
underwhelming for me. Yeah.
That's the proper word. Underwhelming. Even with some of the shows leading up to
the shows is what the shows. Yeah,
because She-Hulk is really, I really like.
I enjoy She-Hulk. I see a lot of people. Oh, it's an agenda with Marvel. I like She-Hulk. I don't fuck what y'all talking about.
I think Loki is
on that one.
For me.
I loved Loki.
I like Loki.
Loki didn't do
loved
it.
Really? Loved it.
I really liked it.
I kept falling asleep on it.
Especially that last episode when Kang showed up.
Yeah.
My God.
Kang was in Loki?
Yeah.
Jonathan Majors is Kang.
You missed the whole lot.
You didn't see the last episode? No wonder you think it sucks. What the fuck? You don't even know how it ends.
I fell asleep on it.
Well, you need to go watch the last episode again. He came in and showed his ass.
Hell yeah, he did.
I think that was the show I liked the least so far, I think.
BC?
Nah.
Hey, what's up, BC?
You up?
What's up, man?
I'm going to give it an inconclusive because I didn't see it yet, so.
Yeah, inconclusive.
I'll put it in the chat.
All that snatched.
All right, man. Well, I gave it a 6. Ease. What are you giving it?
I'm going to give it an 8.
Rando?
I'll split the difference with a 7 then.
All right, there it is, man. There it is.
Do you consider it to be better than the last Doctor Strange movie?
No. I like Multiverse better than this.
Yep, me too.
And Spider-Man.
No, Spider-Man is just winning. Like the Spider-Man movies are their home runs.
Yeah.
I had an issue with Doctor Strange.
You thought it was a Karen movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get it.
Karen with powers.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think it did a little bit more for the entire scope of the Marvel Cinematic Universe than this movie did. This movie told its contained story, and it had branches. Right. Doctor Strange was a whole
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but I get it. I get what you're saying, and some of what you're saying is correct, like the Karen shit, but some of it ain't. It ain't. Because you got to look at who she is. We'll talk about that another time. But yeah. All right. So we got a 8, a 6, and a 7. Black Panther.
And
inclusive. I'm sorry. Oh, goddamn. I'm sorry.
That don't care.
Inconclusive.
And saw the damn movie.
Y'all go see the movie, man. Check out Black Panther. Whether you wanted to recast it or not, You owe it to Ryan Coogler to go see it because this dude is trying to do the best that he can. So you owe it to this guy. We got to support this guy so that we can get him to direct Secret Wars and fucking Kang Dynasty, man. So go show your support in any way that you can because, hey, man, he did what he had to do. But thank y'all for joining us. Once again, hit the subscribe button. Make sure that y'all tell 2 friends to tell 2 other friends to subscribe to In My Opinion Podclips on YouTube, In My Opinion Podcast on SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify, man. All right. We are out of here. Black Panther review. Peace.